What is up, YouTube? McIntyre here. Today is a pretty sweet video, actually. Today, Blizzard has uploaded a new PTR patch note for February 4th after the death of Blizz Heroes. And they've done a lot of cool stuff, so I wanted to break the patch down super quick with you guys. I don't want this video to be more than 10 minutes, so let's get going. So, General improved some compatibility with Mac. And a couple hero reworks. So the very first one is the Abathur rework. Carapace now has a reduced cooldown of 6 seconds to 12, so you no longer have to hat, then unhat, then rehat. You might be able to keep your hat on the target's head, because now your shield cooldown is the same cooldown as your Q, which is pretty sick. The duration has been reduced to the cooldown, so essentially as long as you're casting it, it'll maintain. And your shield now persists after the symbiote ends. So if you do shield somebody and then come off your hat, it'll stay on them as well as heal them. So they built in the heal into the talent, which is pretty cool. Locust Strain's duration has been reduced and damage increased, which is more rewarding to having your Abathur closer to the lane with your body. The Locusts are going to do more, but they're going to last longer, last less. And then we have Monstro now no longer takes reduced damage from heroic enemies, but instead gets Deep Tunnel built in and shows an indicator when he's digging. So it's pretty cool. Giving Deep Tunnel, that's level 20 talent now. It's just built in. Maybe it will make Monstro good as you can rotate it away from the enemy instead of having to walk it around. So we can see Regenerative Microbes is removed at 1. We now have Reinforced Carapace. That is an increased shield. Probably the correct talent to take at level 1. Shield still really powerful on this character. Survival Instinct no longer increases the duration of Locust, but makes it stronger. So we might see a resurgence of a Locust build. Spores, which is the shield persisting talent, is removed. Sustained Carapace is the talent that gives the heal. Actually, Spores is the talent that makes your Locust blow up and deal damage. So that was removed. Sustained Carapace is the shield heal, and Needle Spine has now been moved from 7 to 4. If you guys know about me, I've always kind of never liked Needle Spine, but now, you know, being able to take it at 4 is probably what we'll end up taking nowadays, because Needle Spine was a good talent, but you gave up Mule, and Mule was such a powerful ability. It still is, and it has not been taken away. I'm pretty sad about that. I wish they had removed it. They've nerfed the healing, but it's still there. Salt Strain, I think, is the one that increases the damage that your trait does, your passive, your Locust. Just makes them melee for more, maybe. And then Bombard Strain is the attack range, right? No longer increases Locust attack damage, but instead increases the duration. So you're now going to have a ranged Locust that has increased duration. Pretty cool. I mean, I get the slow siege, right? Mutation here, added functionality. Damage dealt by mutation against enemy heroes heals the host for 50% of the damage dealt. So that's pretty sick talent, actually. On characters that get really in the enemy's face, like a Murden, mutation is essentially like a burning rage around them. So it's like an AoE burn. So that'll heal the person that you're hatting, and now you don't take the hat off. So essentially, it should stay on them. Actually, pretty good talent. May end up being the 16. I don't know. Speed Shield is just too good in the fact now that it's built in. It's probably just, yeah, you can't give it up. So we have a new function of Clone at 20, which is going to increase the duration of the Ultimate Evolution by 50%. Not the best, considering you want to get your clones in and out so you can hat more. I don't really know if that's a super good talent, but on some characters like Arthas, it could be really strong. No longer gives the monstrosity the ability to deep tunnel. Instead, now increases the monster's basic attack by 100. I mean, I just already see this. We're gonna see montages of this right now of monsters just 1v5ing. Yeah, that's pretty substantial. I mean, Gazlo, when he takes Robo and gets his 20 talent, starts whacking. That's the same for the Monstro. And the other thing that we have this patch is an Ana rework. So we're gonna have Healing Dart. Heal is reduced of Healing Dart. We now have aim down sights built in, which into the passive essentially slows you down and makes your attack range longer. Self slow increase, so it does slow you down by 25%. While active, sleep and healing dart ranges are also increased and pierce one target. That's so sick. So it incentivizes you to get into aim down sight mode. Whereas before, aim down sight mode only give you increased attack speed at the cost of move speed. Abathur's heal has been reduced and damage has been reduced. Now the shots pierce. That's pretty sick actually. They get blocked by structures, but that means you can heal like 3 people on your team and deal 2 damage to enemies. So that's actually pretty powerful. Piercing darts removed because they've added it into the scoped in. Calibration grenade removed. Not really sure, that must be moved somewhere. Contact healing has been moved to 16. We have slumber shells. If an enemy is affected by sleep dart and it gains 25% move speed, that's pretty sweet. And each time you stack max doses, increases Shrike's self-heal by 1. So this looks like it might be an infinite quest stack, which is insane. And eventually it could get to a point where, you know, if you have your Shrike going, you're just pumping yourself with heals. So that's pretty crazy. Airstrike is that global grenade that was removed. Aim down sight, it's just added as a passive. Debilitating darts moved from level 7. That is the shrink ray dart. So you'll be able to take the shrink ray dart without having to get rid of your level 7 taunt for the heal of AP. New talent, biotic enhancements. Increase the bonus heal duration of biotic grenade by 50% and then reduces its cooldown. That's pretty cool. I mean, decreased cooldown, increased percentage. It's pretty nice. Good with like a healer stat comp, something like that. Could be good with that level 1 passive too. Temporary blindness, that was blind on sleep. They got rid of that. New talent, anti-healer. Biotic grenades area is increased by 100% and the duration of the healing debuff is increased by 25. So this is a nice tech counter talent. If you're taking Ana for the heal debuff and you really want to get super value out of it, this talent will help you do that. So I actually really like that. New talent, Night Terrors. When a slept target wakes up, they are dealt 8% of their maximum health and damage. If they are woken up early, reduce the cooldown of sleep dart. That's so sick. So you can sleep dart for poke, or you can sleep dart for like super sleep dart CD. I like that a lot. That's pretty sweet. Active reload. This is the level 1 ammo box talent. Essentially, when you activate it, you can get 3 Q charges, so you can just Q really quick. They've now added that built-in. So that's pretty cool. You no longer have to quest for that. And we have a bunch of 20s removed. Looks like all of her 20s were removed, and she's just gotten new 20s. Deadeye. This is probably for Abathur. The healing and damage of Abathur is increased by 4% for every hero hit. That's pretty nice. That could scale insanely well if you can pierce in the late game. So that gives you a new reason to go Abathur, right? Armored Stance. This is your D trait. Increases Strike's damage by 50%. Gain 25 armor while aim down sight is active. That's super sick. I like that a lot. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Discord on my other computer. I left it open. So yeah, I like that armor stance a lot. It's like an aggressive. You might be able to play offlane Ana, Ana L. Honestly, it's going to increase your strike damage, which if you take the 1 talent will make you heal more, and you get more armor, so you can kind of hold your ground and just blast the other team. The other talent here is while aimed on sight is active, increase the range of your basic attacks by 4. Each attack increases your attack speed. So it's kind of the built-in on that dynamic shooting passive that used to be there, but you also get increased attack range. So it's harder to get to you with aimed on sight down, and you're just shooting strike on everybody. That could be really powerful for that 1 talent as well. Overall, I like this rework a lot. I think it's very neat. They removed a lot and gave her a lot. This is the big one that I think a lot of people will be excited for. If you're watching this now, Rhaegar can now self-ancestral himself again. So they removed this away, and they've now given it back, and it's pretty PogChamp. You can bite in and self-ancestral yourself, so wow, Pog. I think that White Mains' W talent, mana returning per stack, it's just not going to be good enough until they reduce the 2 laser talents. Oh, this is the laser talent. What am I talking about? So this is going to balance her out a little bit so she doesn't feel like she has infinite mana when she's just cycling her 2 Ws. So I like that change. Overall, like a lot of support hits. Like these are all support heroes, even the Abathur. And there's a bunch of new skins. So I'll show you those really quick, as well as the new mounts. Hopefully. Yep. Alright, so we have the new Decker Kane skins, which are awesome. We have the new Hanzo skins. Rambo Hanzo. They got the American flag even. That one's sweet. The new Blaze skin. These are great. That's probably my favorite. And then we got some recolors from the previous kind of commando patch that they did, which is pretty sick, as well as a couple new mounts, which I'll show really quick. Hopefully they'll show up. Yep, here they are. The Derpa. It's like a mecha horse dog mecha thing. As well as a recolor on this Dominator that came out the last patch. But that's gonna be it. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to throw a like and follow. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Check me out on Twitch and Twitter. It'll be in the description as well. I would say the big winner of this patch is definitely the Ana, it seems like, and the Rhaegar. I'll have to try the Abathur more. We might see more of a summon split push Abathur and less of a support sustain Abathur, or we might see a little combination of both now that the sustain is built in. Overall, I think it's really interesting that Blizzard is still pumping patches into this game, and I figured I'd break it down for you guys. So that's going to be it. Thank you all so much. And until the next time, I'll see you then. Peace.